Yes, sir, Ali. Gotta take this L with some class. It is what it is. It happens. Jayhawks fans are turned up, as you can imagine. What's up, Donnie King? What's up, Lionel? Y'all hear how hoarse I am. I've almost lost my voice. Yeah, I don't know about making the playoffs now, but just got to finish the season strong and look forward to next year. Yeah, I want to talk about it. I got some of the Kansas fan heated at me because I was yelling about the refs. I mean, I just can't get over the refs in these games, y'all. I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm biased. Turn up. Turn up. You deserve it. Turn up. I know.
This is all we got, man. Get this in
I know.
the vlog, man.
I know.
This is what we got.
Hey, you deserve it.
I got a Heisman, I got a dub. That's it.
You deserve it. Good game.
Let's go.
Good game.
You a Travis guy?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I believe he's high.
Yeah, respect. Hey, Devin Neal is the truth, too. Yeah, he is, for real. Yep. Yeah. Good game, y'all. Good game. Yeah, they turned, y'all. They are... I think I took some video of the stadium while they were rocking. I took it hoping that CU was going to come back and I could post it as revenge. But they controlled this shit from beginning to end. They controlled it the whole time. Their offense had their way with our defense. I mean, they had their way. What do you guys think? April says the defense could not stop four. Four had 4 touchdowns. Number 4 is the truth. Devin Neal is the truth. Watching him in person, nobody can tackle him. Nobody in this stadium could tackle him. There ain't a man in the stadium that can bring that dude down by themselves. I have to say, he reminded me of Eddie George when I watched Eddie George in person for the Titans. When Eddie George was still hitting. Miss L&L, super hard loss. Yeah, turn up, Fulton. You get to have your fun tonight. Nobody's gonna stop you. We're gonna take an L with class. We're gonna ride or die with Coach Prime because he has turned this program all the way around. We'll see what next year is all about. We'll try to finish strong this year, see what we can get out of the season. Get Travis the Heisman, hopefully. Get him and Shador drafted high. See who else can get drafted. And move on with our heads held high. Because we got Coach Prime. We got Julian Lewis. We got Jordan Seaton. We got Isaiah Harge. We got Draylon Miller. Primetime speaks. I got thoughts. I'm just gonna bite my tongue because I don't know. I want to hear what Coach Prime says in the press conference. I don't think he'll hold back. All right, y'all, we're gonna start walking out the stadium and go make good on our bets by the Sprinter van. I gotta go meet those dudes by the Sprinter van like I said I would. Tell them good game. Tell them turn up. Good for them. Good for Kansas, man. I'm tore up, but overall, I'm optimistic and I'm happy. I'm grateful for Coach Prime. I'm grateful for Shador and Travis and all the guys. They just could not stop Devin Neal. And I've another sus reffing game, in my opinion. The referees just drive me crazy. Yeah, give Kansas their props. Let them turn up, give them their respect. They earned it. Their fans, y'all were telling me that I was on the Kansas side because they were everywhere. I mean, of course, this is their state, but I was on the Colorado side, as you can see from my picture of the thumbnail, but I was surrounded by Kansas people. So give it up, man. They had Arrowhead jumping like it was the Kansas basketball arena. It felt like a Kansas basketball game. BYU losing definitely makes things interesting. I'm gonna have to go and do a whole analysis. But tonight, we're just gonna give Kansas their props. And we're gonna make sure that Bucky knows. Y'all know Bucky said when they lose, everybody turns on them. So that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna turn on the Buffs. We're not gonna talk shit. They will figure it out. Y'all, Kansas played their fucking asses off. Kansas played their asses off. Hey, turn up, you deserve it.
Jayhawks.
Turn up, you deserve it. Hey, yo, just turn up for your team, bro. Turn up for Kansas. Turn up for Devin Neal. Turn up for Devin Neal. He played his ass off. Yeah, you guys had a good game. Good game, good game. Good game. Good game. Yeah, Kansas's offensive line, a lot bigger than ours. A lot bigger than ours. First time this year that I've really felt that way. I'm gonna go get the gimbal so we'll have a smooth stream while I make good on my bets that I lost. Good game, y'all, good game. Gotta make good on my bets. So I'm a man of my word. It's not gonna be fun. But hey, that's football. That's football. I'm sad too, Jacqueline. I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely sad. Definitely sad, but I gotta keep it in perspective. We have Coach Prime, we have Julian Lewis, we have a great future. We have a great future ahead, and this is a bump in the road. It's a learning experience. It's a game they will never forget because they, unlike the other games they've lost, it felt like they never had a chance in this game. Inside the stadium, only for a minute did it feel like they were about to get back in it.
What's up, baby?
Hey, turn up, turn up.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, did y'all see the opening scene of the broadcast? They got me standing on the sprinter. Did y'all see that? I got a picture of it. I'm gonna post it. My boy sent it to me. He said as soon as the TV coverage came on, there was a shot of the parking lot and you could see me standing up on the sprinter van. And he sent it to me, so I'll post it later. I just wondered if anybody else saw that. Yeah, we got to go make good on our bets, y'all. I told this Kansas dude he could stand on top of the Sprinter van and I'd take a picture. I'm going to make good on my bet. Chill out. Turn up. You guys did good. Turn up. Are you peeing on your truck? Bro is peeing on his dad's truck talking shit to me. That's crazy. He's got his stuff out in the wind, y'all. Kansas fans, for the most part, have been amazing. But of course, you know, we got a few that are whatever. For the most part, one of the coolest fan bases I've ever seen.
You want to go somewhere else? Oh, no, that's okay.
Yeah, Big Ray, that's what I'm talking about. But they very quickly, we never stopped their offense, right? We didn't stop their offense one time, did we? Not once. I mean, they scored either a field goal or a touchdown every time they touched the ball, right? It's terrible. Kelly, I agree. And that's why I'm like, hey, if you're going to talk shit and you're going to be doing that while you're doing your business, I'm going to call you out, bro. Because most of these fans have been awesome. I'm going to get the gimbal. Oh, I think they're waiting for me at the van. And they should be. Oh, yeah, here's one of them. Here's one of them. I got to give them their props, y'all. I've got to. No disrespect to CU, but they play good. Yo, yep. I know. I told you I'd be back.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
That's respect, brother.
you guys were right. Devin Neal is I don't feel like we were ever really in the game. And respect. And respect. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Travis did his thing.
He did. And they should have gotten the ball more. But hey, good win. Amazing to witness the atmosphere with you guys. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, sir. All right, y'all. I'm going to get the gimbal. I'm going to get the gimbal so we can get some smooth footage and make good on the rest of my bets. Let me find, okay. All right, bear with me. I'm gonna make this footage a lot more smooth for you guys. All right, y'all, it's gonna go real wobbly for a second. Just hold on. All right. Now we're cooking. Hey, good game, y'all. Good game. That was impressive, for real. Yep, and I got to go collect some bets I made with people. I said I'll be here after the game. I'll make sure they know I'm a man of my word. I didn't leave. And, yeah, so here we go. I was feeling a lot happier.
Hey, you were on landmark.
Okay, cool. I'm feeling a lot. Hey. Yep. Hey, you do. Good. Turn up. You deserve it. You deserve this. Indeed. Bucky knows, got to make sure coach knows. Bucky knows, got to make sure coach knows. We ain't going nowhere. Our sport's not going nowhere. It sucks, man. It sucks. It's gonna be a long drive back to Colorado, but that's what it is. Let me a service I have real quick. Michelle They ran through. We weren't ready for it, and it was a big play. That's right, Christina. That's right. We will bounce back. We will be back. We will regroup. We'll readjust. Bring in new players. Because we're losing a lot. Bring in new players. Because we're losing a lot this year. We're losing a lot. So. And I was what a good hood to okay, Dwayne. Okay, Dwayne. I mean, Kansas beat Iowa State, BYU, and CU back to back to back. Iowa State, BYU, Colorado back to back. Their season started, that's legit. Devin Neal was unstoppable, Christina. He literally was unstoppable. They would hit him and he would fall forward 5 yards. 3 people hit him and he fell forward 5 yards. Definitely one of the best running backs I have ever seen in my life. A90, that's right. Hold your head up. Hold yourself accountable. And let's be better next week. Casper, that's probably what Deion's going to say in the presser if I had to guess. Final score, they won by 16. They won by 16. Let's go, Buffs. Let's go. Yeah, Christina in person too. It was, and I ended up sitting like 20 rows off the field empty because a couple of people didn't show up. I just kept waiting to see if they show up, and they never did. So I had crazy seats. I just wish it would have been more fun. It got fun a few times when we scored, but we never stopped their offense. So every time we were on defense, it was an emotional drag. But hey, Kansas did their thing. Give ups. It ain't, we're not turning our back on Coach Prime. We're not turning our back on the boys. We're not disrespecting anything. We're just giving full credit to Kansas for doing the damn 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row against ranked opponents. And they beat Colorado as handily as they beat anybody that way. It is what it is. So they just got demoralized by Devin Neal. They just knew that they couldn't tackle him. I don't know what to say. It looked like a different defense than I've been watching. It seemed like a very different defense to me. And I mean, from the first couple of drives that he had on them, yeah, well, I'm live streaming, but specifically I'm up here because I owe a Kansas dude a bet, a gentleman's bet before the game. We both said we would be up here after the game to see what's what, and he won and I lost. I think he already left though, so yeah.
Okay, sorry, we were just wondering.
That's okay. Yeah, well, I wish it turned out better for us, but congratulations to y'all. Turn up. Yep, have a good night. ton of Colorado fans left super early. It's kind of sad to see, but I get it. Drizzy, I'm saying Devin Neal demoralized our defense. I mean, that can't happen, but at the same time, if you saw him in person, you can't wish or hope your way into tackling Devin Neal. You either can tackle that man or can't, and our guys, maybe Nakai one-on-one, 2-3 people to bring him down every single time. And he would fall forward 5 yards. It was crazy watching him go up the middle and in the stadium look like he got 2 yards and then they moved the marker 8 yards. It's just like, whoa, every play. 200 yards rushing in the first half. 200 yards rushing in 2 quarters. That's mind-blowing. That's mind-blowing. Yeah, we still bowling. We can't end this season on a high note. I think my guy's not coming, so I'm going to get down. Yeah, ain't no pretty nice way to say it tonight. We ass whooping. It happens. Good game.
Hey, that was a fun game. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I was just noticing you. We're tailgating over there. I've been noticing you all afternoon, up on the top and then down. And what are you videoing?
It's a live stream, but right now I owe one of you guys a gentleman's bet. I said I would stay here after the game, and he could take a picture on top of the van wearing his Kansas shirt, but he hasn't showed up yet. I'm a man of my word, so I'm staying till he shows up. So he said if we win, I get to get on top of your van and take a picture of my Kansas shirt, and you got to post it on your page. And I said, okay, if I win, he's got to hold up the We Come in Buff shirt.
Oh, okay.
So I here to collect, but he ain't showed up yet. So.
Well, I hope he doesn't let us down as a fan base.
Well, yeah, I hear you.
So, did you drive this tank all the way from Colorado?
All the way from Boulder.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
What's your fan base? What do you?
It's Love and Liberty
Love and Liberty
on YouTube.
I love that. That's a good title.
Right on. And we're just Coach Prime, Buff super fans in Boulder, but respect where it's earned and due, and all respect to you guys, Devin Neal, Jalen. He reminded me of seeing Eddie George play for the Titans when I was young, and Eddie George was still hitting. I haven't seen another running back. Good stuff.
I just wanted to come over and say hi.
Right on, man. Good job. Turn up. You guys deserve it. Great game. 3 weeks in a row, Iowa State, BYU, Colorado. That's amazing.
This is the team we expected to see all season.
I know. So good for you guys.
Hey, finish out the season strong.
That's what we need, that comeback. Yes, sir. Have a good night. Y'all see, man. Most Love and Liberty. Yes, sir. Hey, good game, Jayhawks. Good game.
Good travel.
Thank you. Finish out the season strong. Yup. Big note out of Kansas's book for real. Yo, Hoodtellectual on X. I just started it like last week. It's at LAL Boulder. Like LAL for Love and Liberty. It's at LAL Boulder. On Instagram, it's love_and_liberty. And it's the same logo that I use on YouTube, so if you find it, you'll see it. Yeah, thank you, Hoodtellectual. I need some followers on Instagram and Twitter. I just have not been spending enough time on either of those platforms, just focusing on YouTube. But I realized I gotta have them. So, especially when Bucky told me to send him a message, and I was like, I wish I could send a message on YouTube. I hate sending it from an Instagram account that has 11 followers when the YouTube page has 2,500. Yeah, we still riding with the Buffs. We got to let Bucky know. We got to let Shiloh know. We got to let Coach know in the chats, in the videos that we make over the next week. Nobody's turning their back on them because they lost. Nobody's losing hope. Nobody's second-guessing anything. Losses happen, man. I saw Dabo rebuild Clemson. Losses happen on your way to becoming a powerhouse. And losses happen that you shouldn't lose. Losses happen where you get outplayed. We got to be the kind of fan base. Like all of these Kansas people were telling me to leave, 6 minutes left in the game. And this little kid came up to me and he was like, "Sir, I just want to tell you I'm sorry for all of those men back there, and we're glad you're here." And I was like, man, it's okay, little man. Like you should be happy. You should be over the moon. Your team, beat the brakes off us, but you got the right spirit, young man. Like this is what it's all about. Turn up for your team without belittling or talking shit about the other team. And he was like, "Yeah, that's right." And then those guys, when I turned around, they all looked so embarrassed because of that little kid. And then they all started coming up and shaking my hand and being like, "You a real one for saying, you're a real one for saying." And so I told them, I was like, you guys have been outside one of the best fan bases I've ever seen. But you group in particular, like the problem with y'all is you got to talk shit about Colorado. You can't be just happy about Kansas. You can't just be, screaming Jayhawk rock chalk like a lot of, the mature fans were. Y'all got to be saying, y'all don't want to know what they were saying about Shedeur. Y'all don't want to know what they were saying about Coach Sanders. I promise you I talked back to them. I promise you I almost got kicked out of the game for me against 20 people, but all 20 of those people saw that little kid come up and give me a hug and dap me up, and me like pat him on the back and like dap him on the chest and be like, "Nah, man, you won. It's good. You deserve it. Just be happy for your team," And he was like, "I love Coach Prime," this little white kid. "I love Coach Prime. I love Dion, but my family's, all can't." I was like, "That's awesome, dude. You don't got nothing to apologize for." He was like, "But I'm just sorry for those guys." And then all those dudes start streaming down there like, "We're sorry, man. That's not who we are. We're sorry. We're sorry." It took a little kid like that. But I'm saying we're not going to be that kind of fan base, y'all. We give respect to Devin Neal and Jalen and their offensive line. They played their asses off. Nothing bad to say about them. Why we got to say bad things about the other team personally? It's crazy. It's childish. The Buffs fans aren't like that. And so that's one takeaway we can have is we're going to take our L's with dignity. We're going to look the other team in the eye. We're going to shake their hands. We're going to say, "We'll see you next time." And that's what it is. Oh, good game, bro. We got a Jayhawks player, y'all. I don't know who it is. He ain't big enough to be Devin Neal or Jalen. But they played their asses off, man. They just did. We got to assess ourselves. Dornice, I'm still riding with my Buffs. Oh, yeah. We still riding with the Buffs. Ride or die, no matter what. Coach Prime is a winner. Winners win. Everybody takes losses. Take it with your head up. Learn from it. Give the other team their props. And get busy on your homework for the next game. Hoodtellectual, I'm definitely going to go back and look at the game. Being in the stands, did y'all see the hit on Shedeur's knees? Tell me y'all saw that hit on Shedeur's knees that they called back. I'm not going to say I'm not furious about that. The X and the IG accounts. Okay, on X, I'm at LAL Boulder. At LAL Boulder. On IG, it's love underscore and underscore liberty. IG is love underscore and underscore liberty. That hit was crazy. The dude sitting behind me started showing it to me on their phones because we couldn't really see it in the stadium. And y'all, they didn't replay any of the Buffs plays. Like, one weird thing about the Chiefs Stadium with Kansas, they only show Kansas replays. If it was a review, if it was a good play, if it was a bad play, they did not show any Buffs replays. And so we didn't see how dirty that hit was because we're watching the play. You know, he threw the ball, got hit after. My eyes are tracking the ball. When I saw that hit, bro, it made me want to run on the field. It made me want to run on the field and grab that player, man. That was crazy. I was like, man, we'll lose, but I'll be on ESPN. You're messing with that man. He put his helmet in Shador's knees, y'all. It was, if you haven't watched it, if you watch it, you'll understand why I'm so mad about it. It's crazy. And it didn't even get called. It wasn't even a 5-yard penalty. It was nothing. We turned over the ball and had to punt. Tell the truth, love Colorado regardless, exactly. We ride or die, love the Buffs, love Coach Prime, and they'll get it figured out. Kansas was legit tonight. Kansas, Devin Neal is unstoppable. If we had a running back like Devin Neal, it would be over. So that's Coach Prime's homework. Bring us a Devin Neal, bro. We need one of those. We need a young man like that carrying the rock. No disrespect to any of our guys, but it is what it is. Our guys don't do that to other teams. And if that's a position that's going to be in our opponents, in their bag, we need one of those too. David Benson, yeah, man. I wish he just came right up to me, so I'm gonna like pull out my phone and video him. But man, I wish that I had a little recording. It was definitely like a little Hallmark moment, man. I don't know if his parents sent him over or if he just did it of his own accord, but it changed the whole energy of that section. This one little kid, one little like 7, 8-year-old kid, shut up 20 drunk lunatics who they wanted me to leave. They were like, get out of here, get out of here. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere till the clock hits 0, motherfucker. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with all of y'all right now. They didn't want no smoke, but that little kid just took all the tension away. Changed the whole vibe. And then when everybody was leaving, like y'all saw, because I started the stream leaving the stadium. When everybody started leaving, it was just daps and handshakes. Whereas, like, I was like, it's about to pop off when this thing is over. Like, I'm going to have my camera out for some evidence. I'm going to have to be careful making my way out of the stadium. None of that happened because that little kid. It's crazy. Coach Sapp was here. Hey, your moms, you got like 2 more of those trolling comments before you get banned. You can turn up, you can say you're happy for Kansas, but you ain't about to dehumanize Coach Prime. You're not about to try to goad us tonight. Julian's not coming to Colorado with Coach Prime leaving. Whatever little narrative you have going on in your head that makes you emotionally want that to happen, good for you. That ain't what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. You can say comments that I'm not going to like as long as you're respectful. But if you're going to be disrespectful, it ain't going to work. We can go back and forth. You can criticize Colorado. You can compliment Kansas. You could criticize Coach's play calling. But you ain't about to talk sideways about him. And you're not about to just come in here and troll just for the sake of trolling. It ain't going to happen. Larry, you're right. They could not tackle Devin Neal. They just could not tackle him. YouTube Veal, what was different is the size and the power of Devin Neal. Devin Neal is a legitimate gladiator. I said when I was in the stadium, I don't think there is a man inside this entire stadium that can bring Devin Neal down one-on-one. Not on their team, not on our team, not in any of the stands. That is a bad, bad man. And he deserves the recognition and the credit. He put Kansas on his back. Without Devin Neal, there's no way they win this game. No way. With Devin Neal, we never had a chance tonight. I think other time, I don't know. I've never seen somebody run through people like that. That was crazy. Larry, we're going to talk about the refs for sure. The refs were a factor, as they always are, but that's just Colorado football with Coach Prime. You got to play the refs and the other team. You don't get to just play the other team. You got to play the fucking refs too. And it was that same squad from the BYU Utah game. Same ref squad from the BYU Utah game. If y'all remember that win that got robbed from Utah, I'm going to go off on these refs. I'm just not going to do it tonight because I'm going to go back and look at everything objectively. I'm not just going to say from my memory and my emotion right now. All I know is the whole game, even the Kansas people were looking at me because I'm screaming about the refs, and there's a couple of dudes standing beside me who are looking at me, and they're like, yeah, that was a terrible call, bro. That's terrible. Like 3 or 4 times that happened. There was this nice, like mid-50s, 60s-year-old Kansas fan to my right. He was cool as hell. And almost every sideways penalty, he would look at me and he'd be like, y'all got robbed there. So, I mean, even their fans were seeing it. But I'm going to go back and watch the game and look at them specifically. If it's even worth it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Casper, ultimately it's on CU, and that's what Coach Prime says. Coach Prime, he, whenever anybody says anything about the refs or he has a problem with the refs, he says, if you dominate, you don't have to worry about it. And that's why they're trying to dominate, and they got dominated tonight, unfortunately. It just happens sometimes. That's what I'm saying, Hoodtellectual. And his group of friends, too, they weren't arguing with him. They were just kind of like, yeah, well, we're happy about it, but yeah, that was bullshit. That's right, Dr. Cheryl, lots of homework. Lots of homework. All right, y'all, well, I don't think my buddy is going to collect on his bet of taking a picture on top of the Sprinter van. Now there's cops driving around, like clearing out the parking lot. So I got this video as my proof that I stayed around the van for what? 40 minutes? So y'all think, is that good on my bet? I mean, I've been out here for 40 minutes waiting for bro. And he ain't showed up, so I don't think he is showing up. M Favors, exactly. Let me read your comment because it is spot on. When you're afraid if the call the refs will make against you, it affects your play. It felt like they felt that mixed with, holy shit, we can't tackle this guy. And it was like a double whammy. They were not expecting. And it shocked them, and they just didn't recover. They could not recover. All right, I'm gonna get ready to move. It's getting real chilly out there. I might give my guy another 5 minutes. Might give him another 5 minutes. But maybe he was just being like, I'm not gonna go rub it in that dude's face. But hey man, a bet was a bet. It wouldn't have been bad for him to stand up on the Sprinter and take a picture. I was more than willing more than willing to uphold the bet and post the picture of him in his Kansas shirt on top of the Sprinter on the Love and Liberty page as a post, but he ain't come to collect. Other dude did, but our bet was just, we'll see each other after the game. I'll be right here. You'll be here? Yeah, I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. We'll see what's up after the game. And so I showed up. He was there waiting. He was like, I told you. And I was like, yeah, you did. Turn up. You guys deserve it. 3 in a row, 3 big wins in a row. And him and his whole family were super nice. Overall, the Kansas fans were an amazing fan base. There was a rowdy group of just D-bags behind me. Younger, all single dudes by themselves, super drunk. You know how it goes. The Ashanti mom says, couldn't get the run going, continued trying, could not stop the run. That sums it up. That really does. It really does. Oh, man. Augusta getting hurt really hurt us. I don't know why Dallin can't get the same yards that Augusta has. It's the same line blocking for both of them. It's the same plays. Isaiah will get 4 yards and Dallin will get 0. I don't understand, and I don't want to disrespect Dallin. I just confused. I mean, you can look at the yards per carry. It's not like a subjective opinion. It's a fact. It's the data. You can look at the data. I don't understand, man. I'm confused. I don't know if he understands either. He's got to be more frustrated than anybody. Avanti, we stayed so far away from the middle. I don't know if it was the defense they were playing. I got to go back and watch the game when I go park and go down for the night. But we never attacked the middle. It was all these little screens and outside shots, and I like that little trick play. I'm like, hey, that trick play worked. Y'all got a few more of those in the bag? They're like, nah, we're just going to go away from what works and start running up the middle again. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to disrespect Coach Prime. Those coaches never gave up. I'll say that. The coaches never stopped coaching. The defense, they looked demoralized. And I remember in high school running backs where I was like, I don't want to tackle that dude again, but I have to. Damn. And he was just one of those kind of backs that makes you feel that way. Like, I want to tackle him, but I don't want to die. The Ashanti mom, Kansas only threw the ball 4 times. That's unreal. Kansas only ran the ball 4 times, or threw the ball 4 times, because that's not their strong suit. The Ashanti mom says, I get us needing to at least threaten the run, but at some point, just throw the ball to our awesome receivers. Trick play, fire. I feel you. I feel that. I'm looking forward to watching the interview with Coach Prime, Shador, hear what Bucky has to say in the next well-off video. Casper, it did kind of look like that. But that's when I have to say, though, I don't know who you are or what you look like, Casper, but I bet you couldn't tackle Devin Neal. I couldn't tackle Devin Neal. I'm saying not a man that I saw in that entire stadium on either sideline do I believe can tackle Devin Neal one-on-one. That is a bad man. I mean, I watched his highlights. All the key players I called out in my analysis were Jalen, Devin Neal, Luke Grimm. And it ain't like that was a hard call to make. But their offensive line is so solid with those 3 dudes, they can put the team on their back. I mean, really just Devin Neal. You could have had anybody handing that man the ball. But Jalen had a couple of runs I'm not going to take away from him. Those double spin moves were nasty. I can't even believe you can do double spin moves like that in college football. It was impressive. It shocked our defense. They they weren't wrapping up. That's how we lost the Kansas State game. I really want to see how many missed tackles we had. We had 27 missed tackles in the Kansas State game. I bet we had 20 in the 20s of this game. And the games that we win, we have like 5, 6 missed tackles. So we need some tackling fundamentals work. Hoodtellectual, the double spinny was video game. Exactly. It looked like I was watching a video game in front of my eyes. I was like, that's not going to work against us. Oh, damn, it is. You can't do that to Colorado. Oh, he can. And so, nothing but respect. Nothing but respect to Jalen, Devin Neal. What's Jalen's last name? I keep not saying his last name because I just don't even remember what his last name is. It's embarrassing, but I'm tired. I don't care really about their players except for seeing Devin Neal run in person I'll never forget it. He is bad. He's a bad, bad dude, and he's going far in the NFL if he stays healthy. I mean, of all the NFL games I've ever seen in person, I don't remember in person, not on TV, because we could talk about, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Derrick Henry, on and on and on. But of the people that I've seen in person, and like Marshall Faulk, Eddie George, growing up, just different. This dude's like Jerome Bettis, but leaner. That's who he reminds me of. Jerome Bettis, when Bettis was bulldozing people, but he's got way higher top end speed. Just super impressive, man. All right, post-game press is over. M. Favors said we had a few missed interceptions. That's why I think Trav was playing through some pain. Trav was furious too. Trav was so mad, y'all. He was yelling at everybody. It'll be interesting to see Trav's video too. See what he has to say. Trav always gives really good insight on his little weekly show. So does Shador. Anyway, guys, it was a good chat. Let's call it a night. We'll regroup next week. I probably won't see y'all tomorrow, just to give you a heads up. I got some work I need to catch up on and then make the drive back. But next week sometime, we'll drop a video and talk about what's next. Still get ready for the Oklahoma State game next weekend. And we'll regroup and we'll see the Buffs next time. Hey, OR says, thank you for your awesome coverage all day. I really enjoyed it. I really appreciate you hanging out, OR. All of y'all, the Ashanti Mom, Hoodtellectual. Thank you, Hoodtellectual. I will see you on Twitter or Instagram. If y'all want to follow me on Twitter, or an X. I just started it last week or so. It's at LAL Boulder. On Instagram, it's love_and_liberty. And let me get face-to-face to tell y'all good night. All right, y'all. It is what it is. Tough L. We're going to hold our heads high. We're going to support the Buffs no matter what. We ride or die with Coach Prime. And thank you, OR. Much love to all you guys here from Kansas City, Missouri, by way of Boulder. And we'll see you next time. It's love and liberty. Peace.